Welcome back to the Rational Boomer on Upwire. You know, for 2 years we've been listening to the Trumplafuck saying, "Oh, a civil war is coming. You better be ready. Just you wait. Civil war." There ain't no civil war coming. Not coming at all. But that said, there may be a revolution happening. Now, I'm not talking about fighting in the streets. I'm talking about a cultural revolution, a paradigm shift, a mindset shift. And I believe it happened in 2022. Remember, just before the midterm elections, the Republicans and the conservative Supreme Court thought, hey, it's a good idea. Let's overturn Roe v. Wade. I never understood that because it affects half the country negatively. 70% of the people supported Roe v. Wade, and somehow they thought that would be a winner. Well, when the midterms came along, it definitely was not a winner. The Republicans failed in the 2022 midterms. So you'd think they'd step back and say, oh, we fucked that up. Let's do something different. No, they're continuing to double down on that ideology. Then we have all this pushback against LGBTQ and drag shows and all of this shit. Once again, the Republicans are alienating another group, and it doesn't stop there. Now, we're waiting for a decision from the Supreme Court on the student loan relief. It's sounding like the conservatives in the Supreme Court are going to knock it down. Well, once again, you're going to alienate a ton of young people that are saddled with these ridiculous loans. Everybody says, I paid my student loan, they should pay their student loans. But what they fail to understand is the loans I had to pay were far different, far less than what they're saddled with now. And old people who will say, I paid mine, they should pay theirs, are pretty short-sighted. What you have to understand is the millennials and the Gen Zs are going to be carrying our economy henceforth. We old people are going to want to sell our homes. That's part of our retirement, right? So we want to get as much money as we possibly can for our homes. Well, who is going to be buying those homes? It's going to be the millennials and the Gen Zs. But if they can't afford or qualify for your house, guess what? Your fucking house value drops. So you got to think ahead a little bit. Oh, no, we can't pay that $400 billion. That's a lot of money. But somehow nobody questions giving a $2 trillion tax break to the rich or $1 trillion to the Defense Department. But when it comes back to giving it to us, the people who paid the fucking taxes in the first place, oh, that's a bridge too far. That's a mindset that's been in Washington, D.C. for a long time. That needs to change. That needs to change in the Republicans and in the Democrats. But my point here, this paradigm shift, is people are understanding who the Trumplafucks are and just how stupid they are. Let's focus on Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's maybe the second dumbest in the House of Representatives in the Republican Party. It's hard to beat Lauren Boebert, but Marjorie Taylor Greene is close. And the thing about Marjorie Taylor Greene that's so interesting is that she's kind of the face of the Republican Party in the House of Representatives. Hell, she wasn't even on committees in the last term, but now she's running the show. You might say, well, that's Kevin McCarthy. He's Speaker of the House. Oh, no. Marjorie Taylor Greene is pulling the strings on Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy is a weak-ass motherfucker. Marjorie Taylor is calling the shots. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is not that fucking smart. She was recently in a hearing, and she was all upset about fentanyl. Fentanyl's killing people. I got a feeling in her district, fentanyl's pretty popular anyway. But she's trying to blame Joe Biden for the open borders and all this fentanyl. But then she has these arguments trying to illustrate her point. And she didn't even get it. First of all, she started by saying that under Joe Biden's tutelage, under his regime, there's been 3 times as much fentanyl caught at the border as when Donald Trump was in office. That's a bad thing? That's a bad thing that Joe Biden and the people at the border are collecting more fentanyl and avoiding it from coming into the United States? That's a bad thing? Maybe the bad thing is that Donald Trump probably let in a bunch of shit that they didn't even know about. She thinks this is a win for them. Fucking stupid. And then the second thing she says, did you know that between April 2019 and April 2021, twice as many people died from fentanyl? That goddamn Joe Biden. But wait a minute, Margie. From 2019 April to 2021 January, Donald Trump was the president. In that time period you lay out, Joe Biden was only president for 3 months. So are you saying everything went cool during Donald Trump's term, but somehow Joe Biden got it to jump up and double in 3 months? Now, come on, Margie, that's fucking stupid. Did you not proofread this shit? Did you not look at what you're doing? Does your staff, as stupid as you are, and hand you this shit and you just read it? You didn't make any point for Trump-la-fucks. You made a point for Joe Biden. So thank you, Margie. Now, Margie's all upset. She's really upset. Apparently, she went out to a nice dinner, and some woman, some libtard and her son accosted her at dinner. She said they were like demons coming after me, which I found kind of weird because Margie always tries to act like the tough guy. But now she's got these army surplus granny panties all up in a bunch. And all of a sudden, she's now a fucking victim. Well, Margie, what's going on here? I would think a tough guy like you could have handled that situation. But here's what you need to understand, Margie. This is just the beginning. This ain't nothing. Now, as more things become exposed with January 6th, the evidence come out, the indictments come out, more of this information comes out, it's going to get way worse for you, Margie. You're going to become a pariah in this country. Even the people that will follow you will walk away from you and maybe even hate you. See, Margie, you're evil, but you're also dumb, so you cannot win. You cannot win. You maybe will get your district to vote for you, but come 2024, you're going to be of no help to the Republican Party. In fact, the Republican Party has no hope at all. You keep doubling down. You overturn Roe v. Wade. You try to take away the student loan relief. You go after the LGBTQ, and somehow you think that's going to work for you. You can't alienate the entire country and win a fucking election. You would think even somebody as stupid as Marjorie Taylor Greene could fucking grasp that, but apparently not. So you just keep doubling down. You keep playing the victim because your time is short. And you're going to pay the price. And you motherfuckers will not have any power after 2024. And then it's going to take us a while to fix all the shit you fucked up. But trust me, you'll be gone. You'll be a pariah. Going to a restaurant and being accosted will be the least of your problems. So good luck with that, Margie.